This podcast is sponsored by nobody.
Hey dudes, this is Stephanie Hodge, Jenny from Unhappily Ever After, and you are listening to Tommy Throwback Kovac on Splat from the Past. What a fabulous fella he is.
Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming back my good friend, the hilarious, the beautiful Stephanie Hodge, and it's going to be her 11th appearance. 11 times she's been on this podcast, and she's got a new show that's coming that I'm not even aware of. I don't know what the name of it is. We're going to talk about it. She's going to tell me about it, and we're just going to talk about life this episode. And I can't wait. It's always a fun time with Steph. She's friggin' hilarious and straightforward, and I just adore her. I really, really adore her, and I love having her on. This is the next to last show for 2024. Next Tuesday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, me and Rachel Clark will be doing yet another year in review show for 2024, where we'll be reviewing my best, worst, okay, and mixed feeling Splat episodes. So keep an eye out for that. Also, rest in peace, Dick Capri, legendary Borscht Belt comedian. He'll always be the guy tied to the bedpost in the diner, and they still call me Bruce. Thank you. I'm number one. Same to you. I love that funny scene. So yeah, here is my new interview with Stephanie Hodge. Steph, welcome back. It's your 11th time on here.
Is it really 11?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ain't that crazy?
Oh my god. Is there a jacket when I reach a dozen or something?
Yeah. People are actually starting to ask for like a t-shirt or something. I'm thinking of doing that.
You should do t-shirts. Oh my god. 11 times. I feel so honored.
Yes. You hold the record. No one else has.
Oh, wow. Man, you've been turning out this year. Look at you go.
Oh, it's been a fantastic year. It has
It
been.
has. Jeez.
How
I
was...
think you've had a better year than anybody else I know.
Well, I mean, it's been a good year overall, but you know, there's also been a lot of emotional stuff to come with it, you know.
Yeah.
How was your birthday and Christmas?
Fun. It was really, really nice. It was quiet. It was nice. It was peaceful. The husband had the flu for the past 3 weeks. So I don't even wish, well, I would say I don't even wish that on my worst enemy. But seeing how things have turned out, I do wish it on my worst enemy.
Oh
But
my
he's
God.
he's much, much better. But it was funny because he was getting better. And so on my birthday, he says, I'm feeling a lot better. I just have to go run an errand real quick. I'm like, I don't think you should go outside. I don't think you should be around other people. He's like, no problem. He's got the right mask on. He's heading out the door. He comes back 4 hours later, laden with things, and tells me, go in the bedroom, shut the door. So I come out like an hour later. There's presents. He tells me, don't look in the bottom shelf of the refrigerator. I'm going, what is... He created a birthday for me. After being sick for 3 weeks and feeling like death for 3 weeks, he goes out and creates a birthday for me.
That's a keeper.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you guys have birthday sex?
I thought that was really nice. And it was lovely. He got one of those little cakes so we don't have a giant cake, because every time we get a regular sized cake, we eat the whole thing and then we lay around on Christmas and go, I'm going to vomit. I don't feel good. Because we're not really adults. We're just not.
Oh, I ate a lot of crap for Christmas, I'll tell you. It was yummy. Oh, we had honey ham, mashed potatoes, dinner rolls, Dutch apple pie, peanut butter cream pie with chocolate crust. I mean, it was a glorious Christmas. We
Oh
didn't...
my God, that sounds fabulous. That sounds great.
We didn't do presents this year, but it's okay. I buy VHS movies off eBay every other day, so
Oh, isn't that fun? Because when you're an adult, and it's just an adults at Christmas, it's
yeah.
different with the gifts. Because it's like I bought myself stuff that I wanted, he bought himself stuff that he wanted,
Hmm.
and then we just sat down and enjoyed it. He did buy me presents, though. He bought me good presents. And I bought him presents. And we had
Hmm.
agreed not to buy each other presents. But we never do that. When we make that agreement, we always break it. But it's nothing big. It's nothing. It's just nice things. And then there's always the Christmas Eve pajamas. Do you guys do Christmas Eve pajamas?
No, not really. No, we're just because it's me, my mom, my brother, my nephew, and we got a lot of dysfunction in the house and a lot of sadness. My brother didn't get to see his kids this year, and it's been happening, since the divorce 7 years ago. But this year it came very close. But just he's on call working, and there's really nothing for him to do. It's sad.
Oh, no. That's terrible. That's
Yeah,
the worst thing.
it
Christmas
is.
is when you're supposed to forgive things and get along and do what's best for the family.
Yeah,
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
that's what happens when
Jeez.
that's what happens when you marry a narcissist. It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a sister who's one of those. It's terrible.
I
It
know.
just ruins everything for everybody.
I know. But next year, I have a feeling next year, the kids will be here and we'll have a good time.
Oh, that'd be so nice. I talked to one of my friends who's a grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
which is so cool, on my birthday for just a few minutes, and I could hear her kids and her kids' running around and singing and carrying on, and it's just the best thing. That family thing is just the best noise in the world.
Love that
We have
dynamic.
no grandkids. My daughter didn't get to make it back for Christmas again this year, which is sad. But it's always a little sad because she's not where she's. I mean, she's in Florida, so
Hmm.
yikes.
I'm glad you two are talking at least.
Yeah, that's true. We talk a lot. We never went through that mother-daughter ugly phase
Really.
because God only gives you what you can handle, Tommy.
Yeah.
He looked at me and went, "Oh no, we got to give her a good one because this one's crazy and she can't handle much."
Yeah. So,
But we talked on my birthday for a long time, and she and her partner are just so nice and so sweet. And they are close to, I mean, they live close to his family.
hmm,
So she got immersed in the whole family thing, which is great because they just love her and accept her completely. And she
love it.
feels the same about them. So that's really nice.
Love it. So tell me about the new show. I'm so excited for you.
Oh man, I talked to the executive producer, the dude, the big dude,
Hmm.
and he said, I can't let you talk about it yet.
Oh, damn it. Damn
And
it.
I went, What? What? Please. He said, Well, you can hint around at some things. So I thought, Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can tell you this. This is the second season of it,
Oh, I didn't know that.
but it's a totally different topic
Hmm.
than the first season.
Okay.
And the first season was the first time anything like this had ever been done. Ever. Won a
Hmm.
Peabody Award, and it
Nice.
was nominated for 2 Emmys.
Okay.
Duh, Emmys. Duh.
This is strange. It's got all this success, yet you can't talk about it.
Right. I know. It hasn't been announced yet.
Ah,
Has not been announced by the parent company yet. So we have to wait for them.
but how's the working
And
conditions? Is it good?
it is good. It
Hmm.
is good. It's one of those times where, you do a project and you think to yourself, this is good. And, I never like anything I do. So,
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
And this was so bizarre. It was, even in the explaining of what I just did,
Hmm.
it's hard to comprehend because it's so different than anything anybody's done before.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the first ones to do it last season, which was actually 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic and stuff, you know, things get time altered.
Interesting. Well,
and it's so unique. But every single actor, I'll put it this way, every single actor should go through this experience. It is the hardest thing I have ever done, the best thing I've ever done. And you know, it takes a lot for me to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get stuck. You know, I'm from Ohio, man.
Yeah.
So I get stuck in that Midwest, that whole proper way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the rules, which is very hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah.
And here, it was one of those things where all those rules, forget that. Forget all the rules. There are no rules. What?
Yeah.
No rules. Stephanie, there are no rules. Excuse me. Okay, this is interesting and challenging to my very way of being. And the character I played was a nice person, a kind, loving, thoughtful, nice person. I've never done that before.
Yeah. Wow.
He's intent on being helpful and loving.
Wow. Well,
She's very, very funny.
I'm so glad that
and I didn't know that was...
I'm so glad that you're still out there working and things are getting back to normal for you, because LA is just fucking insane right now.
Oh my God. You know, I was listening to MSNBC the other morning to Ari Melber. I love Ari.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ari, sorry. It's terrible when you mispronounce a name like that. And, oh my God, I'm blanking on names. They say nouns are the first thing to go when you're heading into dementia and old age. And seeing as I just had my birthday, I guess that's it. But he was Opie, you know.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. I always forget his name. Is that awful?
It happens.
Yeah, Ron Howard was on MSNBC, and he said that it's just hell to get anything greenlit.
Yeah.
Now, that's startling if Ron Howard is having trouble. That's really startling.
Oh, I'm sure Spielberg has it too.
I'm sure he does. But that says a lot about what's going on. Nothing's going on. I wonder if it's because of the election and them wondering what's going to happen with all the aspects of movie making, location, and all that stuff. And
this is the worst era we have ever seen in entertainment ever, I think.
It is. It really, truly is. It's like, ugh.
It is truly awful.
How much is censorship going to play a part? And how much can they censor?
God,
I have a friend who just says he's just going to walk into that office and with immediacy, it's just going to be an oligarchy. And I'm like, no, it can't happen that way.
Everything we see, it's an agenda. It's not entertainment. It's an agenda of checking the boxes and just nothing's funny. It's just awful.
It is. It's the humor that's so scary to me. You know, what? Oh my God, how scary is that going to be?
It is. I mean, every time I put...
And that's...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Every time I'm on Netflix or Tubi or any streaming platform, I find sex comedy movies all produced in Europe, and I watch them, and I like them, but I can't help but think Jennifer Aniston or Ryan Reynolds should be cast in this, you know?
Yeah. And you know what's interesting to me, that's it's getting to be like the 80s again, when the male gaze is just like so prevalent and everything. And that pisses me off because a girl in a string bikini isn't funny.
Really?
It isn't. It's just not funny.
I think it is.
Now, if she's a funny girl in a string bikini, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's just a girl in a string bikini, that's not funny. You know?
Yeah, it's...
But see that there are uses for a girl in a string bikini. A
Mhm.
funny girl in a string bikini
Right.
is one thing, but just a chick in a string bikini is a totally different thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just
And there is a place for a girl in a string bikini. There is a better place for a girl who's funny in a string bikini.
yeah. I
You
just
know what I'm saying?
I mean, even the Netflix documentaries I watch are not so good. But when I watch Showtime documentaries, oh my God, they are fantastic. Like they did a John Belushi one, a Go Go's one, the Comedy Store one that Mike Binder made. Um, Even the Baywatch documentary on Hulu was great. I had Nicole Eggert on to promote it. Um,
Oh, did you?
oh,
Boy, she's been through a lot, man. I have so much respect for her.
that interview turned out so much better than I thought it was going to be, because every time I talk to a big icon, it never goes right, and the person always ends the interview early. But she wrote it out. We had fun. Same with Carney Wilson. I had her on this month, and the same thing. She wrote it out, had fun. I think she wished that she had more time, but it was fun.
Ah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, it's interesting because it's just, I don't know. It's just, everything's just so confusing and so not. Things just are not. You know, it's just like everybody's waiting for something. Do you feel that way, or is it just my neuroses?
What's I get what you're saying, that they're waiting for something. Yeah, I don't know what it is they're waiting for.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I mean, God.
And I don't mean to say I'm, you know me.
Mhm.
You know me. I'm not against sex and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. But a lot of stuff that I've been watching, and I've been just checking out movie after movie after movie after movie, because with my husband being sick, I'm not going to leave the house and potentially spread whatever he's got to people.
Hmm.
That would be awful. And I did all my shopping early for the first time in my whole life, and it was divine. It was wonderful because I could sit here and fixing soup and take care of him and stuff, and I got all of my vaccines, so I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So I'm just watching movie after movie, and there's just so much pointless girls in string bikinis to it. There are pointless men in their underwear and men walking by the camera with their butts hanging out.
Yeah.
Pointless. Pointless. I enjoy a man's butt. Probably more than most people do, I would say. I look at some of them and think, oh, I could carve a pumpkin out of that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Halloween's coming. I need that ass. And it's just, I enjoy the beautiful form of human nudity that God gave us to appreciate. I appreciate that myself in an artistic kind of way. You understand.
Yeah.
So I'm not against that. But it's like, if you're going to make it funny, make it funny. If you're going to do the male or female gaze thing, do it.
Yeah.
But this wandering herd of naked ass is just pointless.
I don't see that much of that, except in Europe, in film these days. I mean, at least Nicole Kidman. I mean, she's doing basically anything she wants on film. She's, got that movie out now where she's got the young
And there's
guy.
a
You know, she's done it.
lot of it.
She's done at least two movies over the past
I'm losing like
decade.
every other word.
She's done at least two movies in the last decade where she's like given hand jobs.
No, that's true, but it's okay. This is weird.
Hmm.
When it's her, it's art.
Yeah.
That's how I can justify that. It's Nicole Kidman, for God's sake. It's art.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And to hear some actors or actresses talk about sex scenes that they've been in and how
Hmm.
they go, yeah, I did that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only sex scenes I've had have been masturbatory. So I'm waiting for a step up here. Let's get a little step up.
Yeah.
Play a character that's worth somebody else's attention. Who was that? That was Kieran Culkin
Yeah.
on some talk show I was watching the other night. Talking about how he was sad because he's never had a sex scene with another person in it yet.
Well, I don't think he's
And see,
attractive.
the only time I've ever been asked to be naked was if it was going to be some kind of naked physical joke,
Yeah.
and I was the joke, and I turned them down
Yeah.
because I didn't want to be the naked joke.
Yeah. I don't find him attractive at all, so it's no wonder that he hasn't done a naked scene.
I think both of them were creepy too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not one of those things you'd like go, oh, let's put him in June in the calendar, But he's a good actor, so there you go.
He is. He is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 2025. There's so many great people that I want to do interviews with. I may get Russ Tamblyn on soon.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. That
Oh, that'd be great.
that guy was every girl's wet dream in the 50s and 60s. I mean,
Oh yeah.
as soon
Oh my God.
as soon as his MGM contract expired, he started hanging out with all the Laurel Canyon rock stars and never went back to conformity ever.
Boy, it must have seemed incredibly dull after that. Damn.
Well, he had been in the system since he was a kid, and after that, yeah, he was done. He's going to be 90 in a couple of days.
Wow. I'm glad he's still around.
Yeah,
90. I
yeah,
can't imagine being 90.
I
I hope I
remember.
get to be 90.
I
That'll
remember.
give me enough time to apologize to all the people I've offended.
That's good. That's good. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I remember I interviewed Gary Kent. He's the guy that Brad Pitt plays in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and
Oh, okay.
he did a movie with Russ Tamblyn called Satan's Sadists. It's a biker movie that Russ wrote, and I remember him telling me, I don't know why Russ is in this piece of shit movie. He's so talented.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna watch it. It's got to be on something.
I think it's on YouTube.
Ah, great. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this has been a great year for me in the podcast. I still have to deal with competitive shit, you know. Fucking celebrities who have podcasts never mean it when they invite me onto their podcast, I'll tell you.
That's terrible. I don't know why people do that. Or the people that you work with on the road and they go, oh, call me when you get back in town.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Why do
Yeah.
people do that? It's insincere, which they just stand there and lie to your face.
Yeah. There's like two well-known actresses that have podcasts about sobriety that have asked me to come on when I interview them, and one made the excuse that she has a quote unquote contract with a podcasting company to interview who they want, which sounds bullshitty to me because she asked, me in the first place, and then the other one won't even get back to me when I bring it up.
Oh, that's terrible. If
Yeah,
you don't mean it, don't say it.
exactly. You know, and it's funny. I hate it. I hate it in general when celebrities have podcasts because I feel like, we get to see who they really are and how cliquey they are by having their friends on and how they fucking kiss each other's ass and they recycle shit that they've talked about a zillion times, and they're not interested in making the world a better place. It sickens me.
It's funny. I haven't listened to very many celebrity podcasts,
Yeah.
but the few I haven't been able to listen to for very long.
I liked Howie Mandel's
I just
podcast in the beginning. Now it's very cringy. Because now he's getting all these.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I just forgot. I wanted to tell you what my daughter did for my birthday.
It's okay.
It's totally off topic, but we'll get back. I had to digress to tell you this.
Okay.
There's a knock at the door, and Postmates is there, and it's a man and a woman. They're a husband and wife delivery team.
Mm-hmm.
She is grinning from ear to ear and giggling, and she hands me the bag, and she says, "Happy birthday." And I went, "Why, thank you." I look in the bag. There's an apple strudel in there.
Mm-hmm.
and a payday bar, which is the only. I love that candy bar.
Me too.
I love that candy bar.
Me too.
So I'm like going, oh my God, that's so great. And strudel.
Yeah.
Then the man comes up, he kind of sneers at me, looks me up and down, gives me the stink eye and goes, yeah, hands it to me. I said, thank you so much. He looks back and sneers, walks off. I open it, 2 liters of Coke and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Love it. Love it.
And that's my kid.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that sweet? And
It-
she knows me. She sees me. She understands me, man.
yeah. Oh my God. Did you find out who that guy was that gave you the stink eye?
He's just supposed to, he's the wife, the husband of the
Mhm.
delivery woman, I found out. And I didn't complain about him. I thought it was just funny.
Oh.
And it was so funny because I hardly ever drink, but on my birthday I always have Jack and Coke.
Oh, I had many nights of Jack and
So
Coke.
that's
I had
Jack
many.
and Cokes.
I had many nights of that when I was, homeless 10 years ago, and every fucking hangover I had was worth it because it was miserable. I'll tell you, Steph, miserable.
Yeah. It's so funny now. I'm just like, I will nurse one drink all night long. The older you get, the less you need, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come in 10 years.
Oh, God, I gotta tell you, I was very emotional this Christmas for days because I wanted to die 10 years ago because my best friend had died in a car crash. And I just lost hope, I was tired of hustling. I was tired of going from, place to place. It was just a miserable time. And God has rewarded me because of the promise I kept to Him from the time I came back from the accident.
Yeah. Yeah. And you deserve every good thing.
Thank
Tommy,
you.
you just deserve every good thing. You're a
Thank,
good man.
thank you. Thank you. I'm misguided, but I'm a good man.
That's all right. Sometimes it's the misguided that lead us in the right way. So there you go. Are you
Yeah,
sure you're misguided? Maybe you're not.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not something I think about often. Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's one thing doing that show that I can't talk about.
Hmm.
Really did. When you're in character pretty much 24/7 doing this show. And you have to take a really good hard look at yourself to maintain that. And I learned a whole lot about me, man.
Hmm.
A little late in life, some of it, but I went, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's me. Oh, damn. I have to make a list and apologize to people.
Who do you need to apologize to?
Well, I need to apologize to you, first of all.
Why?
I need to keep in better contact with you. I'm terrible about that. I'm terrible about like dropping cards and sending little notes and stuff. And the people I really care about deserve to hear from me sometimes, just like, hey, how you doing? And I never do that, so I'm sorry. I'm going to start doing that.
I don't think you do too bad with me, really.
Yeah, I need to keep in contact better. Just
Ah,
say, hey.
yeah, I mean, I had Rudy come visit me back in October, and
I could come visit you. That's true. That would be fun.
oh, you
When are you
could.
coming back down here? When are you and Mr. Mann coming back down here?
I have no idea. It just things are just so crazy financially. I have no idea. I want to though. I want to so
And
badly.
Jesus, everything's so freaking expensive. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
But Rudy, he and I recorded a podcast finally, and it was fun
Oh,
because we did it in person. It was my first in person, and we had fun. We took we took a picture for the thumbnail in which I looked fat and bloated, but I've been on my
oh.
diet since, so I'm all good with that. But we had fun doing it.
Oh, that's very cool. I'll bet that was fun.
Yeah.
Man. Are you using any of the recent pills and or shots for your diet, or are you doing just a diet?
Well, I take metformin for my diabetes, and I take
Ah,
Provostet for my cholesterol, and I just, I eat celery, I eat spinach salad, I go walking for 20 minutes to a half an hour, a couple times a week, and that's basically the diet I'm on. I'm going to be hopefully joining this dietary program that my doctor recommended in January, so we shall see.
well, good luck, man. I'm taking metformin because suddenly, out of the blue, in 1 week's time, I gained 25 pounds.
Really?
And it wouldn't go away. And I had this horrible thirst and I couldn't get enough sugar. And the doctor went, "You are so pre diabetic. One more ice cream cone and you're slipping over."
Wow.
And this is not me. This is not me at all. At all.
Hmm.
So he did some blood tests and stuff and he put me on metformin. And my cholesterol was really high. So it's controlled my sugar and stuff and kept me from becoming type 2 diabetic.
Hmm.
And I've lost 12 pounds so far on
Nice.
it too.
Nice.
But man, I had to change my diet like crazy. It's phenomenal the amount of carbohydrates I was eating that I didn't even realize it. It was like maybe there should be a vegetable involved in my eating.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think that would help.
I was on the path, man. I was on the road. And
So,
that's scary when they just looking at you going, "You're gonna have to start insulin. Seriously, this
yeah.
is an emergency situation. Start this medication. Don't mess around." And then, of course, on my birthday, I'm eating cake, and it
Hmm.
didn't taste good, which
Yeah,
was weird.
that happens sometimes.
I mean, I hadn't had like that in such a long time. It was like I love icing, and I'm eating the icing, going, "This is not so good." I mean, it's icing, but it's not hitting me like it used to.
That's interesting. Yeah. I know. Depending on what I eat that has a lot of sugar in it, sometimes I'll start to feel kind of like weird, like my pancreas just went into shock or something, and
Oh my god!
and then sometimes nothing will phase me. Like the last couple of days of eating the stuff that I was eating, it didn't phase me. It just made me feel better for some strange reason.
Wow. When my cousin that's like a sister to me had a heart attack and she had just lost 50 pounds on it.
Wow.
And if she had not lost that 50 pounds, she wouldn't be here to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing. Man, I'm just glad they found stuff that helps.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of us that are pre-diabetic and or diabetic, and it's just, ugh, it's horrible.
Hopefully it has no long-term effects that's gonna fucking kill us.
Yeah. Well, it's funny with this birthday coming up. I just went, how much longer have I got? I could serve a prison sentence now, and it wouldn't really faze me.
Yeah. Prison sentence. Uh,
And
uh,
when you buy things now, you go, okay, in another 5 years, how's this going to look on me? Because it's different now. It's not like, when you're 40 and you buy something.
do you
Now in 5 years, I'll be like in my 70s. So,
do you fear death?
no, I don't. I used to, but I don't. I fear leaving. I don't fear death. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I. It's funny when I
I don't
was.
want to be alone. I don't want to, I just don't want to be alone. And I don't think I will be. I think mom and dad will be there, and my grannies and my granddaddies, aunts and uncles and cousins, and
It's funny.
my grandma Hodge from Deutschland, and we'll see. I'll finally meet all those people.
It's funny. I feared it most of my life until my accident, and then I was like, okay, I've already been dead. But then, in the last few years with health problems, I'm starting to fear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I get a little frightened about it.
Hmm.
I do get a little frightened about it, but it's like the moment of it is frightening, not the being it.
Yeah.
And I guess it's because I've been there for so many other people during it. My mom, my dad, my father-in-law, and all that. It's such a peaceful thing. It's always been such a peaceful thing I've seen. And
Yeah.
my dad was laughing.
He
And he
laughed.
promised. That's what's so weird. He was smiling and laughing. Every single person I watched pass was smiling.
Hmm. Yeah.
And some of them I didn't think should be smiling. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, in my personal opinion, should have looked a little afraid.
I lost 4 friends this year to death. They were all in their 40s. And
Oh my God, honey, that's a lot.
it's fucking insane. My friend Kristen Frisk, who's a very funny stand-up comedian, she was 44, about to be 45. She died after being in a coma from pneumonia for like a month, and she's got a couple young kids. I feel so bad for them
Oh,
this holiday season. I mean, really, really bad. I did 5 great podcasts with her, and we were going to do another one. Not this past summer, but in 23, and she just wasn't feeling up to it. I remember she telling me, and I was like, "Oh God, we were so filthy in the last one we did." I was like, "Am I embarrassed that this is her legacy?" And then I went back and listened to it, and I was like, "Oh wait a minute, it got pretty heavy in the last 20 minutes." She was talking about her grandmother and her father, and just her divorce at that time, and I was like, "Okay, this is a good way to go out, with a legacy." That was in 2021. We had that conversation.
wow. Oh, man, that's so young.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had one friend die of it was like a combination of COVID and then just bad diet, drinking a lot. Um, Another one I know died of COVID. It's just, oh God, it gets worse all the fucking time. It gets worse.
It does seem that way. It does. I lost a couple of friends this year.
Hmm.
Just quick, short illnesses. One had cancer and didn't have any idea. Had no idea, no symptoms, felt great, and then didn't feel good for a week and was gone. That's bizarre to me. That's just really bizarre.
I know
And never felt that bad. Just so strange.
we just lost Diane Delano.
Yes, oh my God. I just sat down and wept. I just sat down and wept. What a wonderful person she was.
She was on my list for next year to reach out to because I
Oh,
loved her in Northern Exposure, and she did this great little movie, Miracle Mile, and
yes.
I was just sad, really sad.
We competed against each other all the time. And every time we saw each other in an audition, we said the same thing at the same time. If not me, then you.
Wow.
And we'd always big hugs. I'd see her, she'd throw her arms open and hug me, pick me up off the ground, and spin around. I just so genuinely loved her. Such a good person, such a good talent.
God.
That's terrible.
And yesterday, Dick Capri died.
Yeah,
Old Borscht Belt
man.
comedian. Yeah. And I can't stand
What's,
I can't stand those hoax deaths that happen on Facebook saying Stevie Wonder passed away and Rod Stewart passed away. No, they didn't.
yeah, that's like, come on. At least make sure.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
God.
Oh, I'm telling you. This year's going to be something. It's going to be something.
Fuck.
Lord help us. I got naysayers on. I got some friends that are just ugly ass naysayers. It's
Yeah.
going to be the worst year of our lives. Everything's going to go straight to hell. There'll be stabbings in the street. I'm like, do you have to be like this? Do you have to? Why are we friends again? I forget. Oh my God, you're so negative.
How
Might as well just drink my way through it. No.
how the fuck is it that two people attempted to assassinate him and they didn't fucking pull the job off? How is that?
Yeah, I find that highly suspect. I think that was a setup. I think they were both a setup to gain sympathy or empathy or some kind of pathy. I mean, come on, it's
Pussy.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And how long it took. Let me get my shoes and let me stop and put my fist up. And come on. And that one man died. The one man who died.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's terrible.
It's freaking crazy.
It's insane. Everything's insane. Nothing's making any bit of sense at all.
Nothing. It's like a bad circus show. Bad circus.
It is. It is. I'm telling you, though, some of the memes people are coming up with are hilarious. They're awful and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just hope to God that the rigging of the game will no longer happen at some point in our future. That there will be virtue.
There has to be. I don't even understand how we got to this. After Barack Obama, when everything was headed in the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
Equality and all of that stuff, and then we just went straight to hell. And I have friends who voted for him,
Mm-hmm.
who have called me on the phone, Tommy,
Mm-hmm.
and said, I didn't realize what I was doing. I feel like such a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
What if he does this? What if he does that? I'm like, why are you telling me I am not a priest? I am a licensed minister. It only took 5 minutes. I was in line at the grocery store. I can still marry you. I can perform exorcisms. I can give you last rites. But I cannot forgive you for this. I have forgiven them. I actually have, because there's two people, and they just feel so badly. One of them burst into tears. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I did it. I was just trying to keep peace. Oh, God. I'm like, the truth is your one vote didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So you can rest in that knowledge. But why are you telling me this? I didn't know. I felt better before I knew. Now I know. Why? Tell me why. Can't tell me why.
Oh, my brother regrets voting for him the
I thought
first
things would
time.
be cheaper. Yeah, they did the first time, so they did this time. And the only thing she could say was, I thought things might be cheaper. Might be.
No.
Well, what about you? You have 4 daughters. They're all of childbearing years. They're all childless at this point. One of them's trying to get pregnant. What if something goes south? You live in a no-excuse state.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
That's a great way to put it. No excuse state. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You know who I interviewed recently?
Who?
Did you know Brent Von Hoffman?
I don't think so.
He did stand up in L.A. He was in the Police Academy movies.
No, I never knew him. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I know who he is, but I don't know him.
He is a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, he started in New York in like 78, 79, and he came out to L.A. and Jay Leno was his mentor and stuff. And yeah, we had a great conversation about comedy, and like we know all the same guys and stuff.
Well, that's cool. I know that name. I know who he is.
Yeah, I saw him on an evening at the Improv when I was a kid. That's how I first found out he did stand up, because I just knew him from the Police Academy movies.
Oh, you know what's weird is Lance and I were talking about those. Oh, I said his name.
It's okay.
He doesn't like it when I admit who he is. Isn't that funny? He doesn't like it when I admit who he is.
Call him Silas.
Silas, there we go. We were talking about those movies just like the other night,
Yeah.
and how I want to watch them again
Hmm. Yeah, they're hilarious. I mean, they're
with old
bad.
Bobcat in there.
Bobcat.
Who was
Oh,
in those movies? Who I can't even remember who all was in them.
Steve Gutenberg was the star of the first four. And there's Bubba Smith, and oh God, who else? Marion Ramsey, Leslie Easterbrook is in them. Art Matrano was in two of them.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
those are just the goofiest things.
yeah. Jerry Paris directed two and three. Man, he was a moody bastard. People have told me, especially when he made the third one because he had like a brain tumor and he died like the night of like the premiere or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's terrible. Why
yeah.
am I laughing? Oh my God.
It happens.
If I ever got a brain tumor, it's so funny. I've known like I see this is the fourth person I've heard of that got a brain tumor,
Hmm.
and that's like a big fear of mine.
Yeah.
So I have my brain looked at every once in a while, which is how they found the hole in it, which is really weird. But um, I always thought that if I had a brain tumor, I'd want it to be in a place that made you talk another language.
Nice.
I think that I think that'd be fun if you had a brain tumor. At least get something out of it. I don't even know if that's real or not, but I read about it in some book once.
I
I
know.
read so many things, and I don't remember where I read them, so I don't know if they were in it's like a novel or if it was in one of the books I read that's true.
Same here. There's many sources of many things I know that I don't know where I read them. Like, for instance, I read years ago, people who have deep innie belly buttons, they tend to live longer than people who have outies.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I wish I remembered where I read
Hmm.
that. You know.
And you do have that belly button thing, so there you go.
Yeah.
My daughter has the best belly button. It's
I
a deep innie,
mhm.
and there's a perfect five-pointed star on the inside.
Love it. Love it.
Doctor did that on purpose. I'm looking at him going, thank you for giving her an awesome belly button.
I still got to have her on the podcast.
I would love that. She is so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the birthday gift she sent me. That's remarkable. That's hilarious. I laughed so hard. 2 liters of Coke and a bottle of Jack.
Yeah. I had a Diet
And a
Coke.
payday bar.
I had a Diet Coke on Christmas
That's
Eve.
not bad.
I had Diet Coke on Christmas Eve. I needed to treat myself.
I do love Coca-Cola. It is a delicious thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the 80s, there was the Cola Wars. There was the war between Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
they came out with the new Coke, and it tasted like Pepsi.
I know that I thought that was the funniest thing. I was like, no, this is just Pepsi. They just ran over to the factory and, like, took some Pepsi.
Oh yeah, there was some serious fucking investigating going on during that.
Corporate spies.
I Oh God, I remember there was an episode of Laverne and Shirley where they had a corporate spy. It was Don Adams' brother Dick Yarmy playing this guy who wants to steal the brewery's formula for his own, and he's like a borderline Nazi type.
Jesus.
It was so funny. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what movie we watched?
Hmm. What?
Silas and I watched. It's so funny.
Silas.
Silas, I like that. Silas and I watched The Red One with The
Oh.
Rock.
Oh yeah.
That is such a good boys' Christmas movie. And
I,
now I'm being specific this way, I'm being gender specific.
mm-hmm.
But with The Rock, Santa gets kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
and The Rock has to save him.
Yeah.
And The Rock is so serious. He makes such serious faces. It's hilarious.
I saw, I saw The Rock interviewed in the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix, which is actually one of the few documentaries they've done right in recent memory. And oh my God, Vince McMahon is another Trump pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, he will not take accountability for any of his actions. You know, he was hard to interview for this documentary, I've been told, and you can tell he was. He is just a fucking dick, you know.
Oh,
And
he's terrible.
he went from being known but invisible guy in the 80s to being, the star of his own product in the late 90s to 2000s, and having all this sexism, all these women, on there doing sick things with him and stuff. And a lot of them say, that's him in plain sight, saying this is what he does, behind closed doors with these women and shit.
Oh, God.
You know, there was one particular episode, because it's like an 8-parter. There was one particular episode completely devoted to Hulk Hogan, and I was like, wow, God. I mean, I remember as a kid, he was everywhere. He was oversaturated, the Hulk, and now he's getting into all this controversy because, he endorses Trump and everything. It's just
Oh, yeah.
really crazy.
It doesn't make any sense. Now, who do you suppose he's going to have for entertainment at the inauguration? Kid Rock and
Probably
Hulk Hogan?
Kid Rock, I'm sure. Yeah, Kid Rock. Who else? God, there's so many people who support that bastard. I can't even keep them all. You know.
I don't understand it. I really just don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And those two friends that voted for him and now have buyer's remorse, neither one of them can really explain to me why, except they did the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't think the stuff was true. They didn't think it was true. All that stuff that we know to be true about him. The sexual assault, all the fraud, all the stuff he's been convicted of, that he's, up for the lawsuits, all of it. They didn't think it was true.
Yeah. Fucking idiots. They're brainwashed.
And you just go, well,
they're in a cult.
It's true.
They're in a cult. They're brainwashed.
Look what you did.
Yeah.
How did you not think it's true?
Ah. Especially with so many people talking about it,
Incredible. Just incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Jesus. And the thing that gets me is that I don't care who the president's screwing. I really just don't care.
Yeah.
That to me is just incongruent. It just doesn't matter. It's just,
yeah.
As long as he's running the country well, I don't care. And I don't know why I don't care. Should I care?
No. I remember Sam Kinison did this bit. It was on his last comedy album before he died. He says, "Imagine JFK fucking Marilyn Monroe at the ass at the inauguration, going, you know what, folks, it don't get better than this."
That's weird. That's something I never understood. Why was Sam so nice to me?
Yeah.
He was protective of me.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison was protective of me.
I think because Sam respected strong women, as crazy as that sounds.
There were 2 times that he just walked up to a guy and went, "Hey, leave her alone." I was like, "Why, thank you, Mr. Kinison. I appreciate that very much."
Yeah.
Stepped right in between me and another guy another time and shoved him. And he went, "Knock it off. She's not that stupid."
She's not that stupid. Yeah, that's Sam's way of saying he likes you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And other people were like looking at him going, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "I don't know." But I'll take it. That was very nice.
Yeah.
So again, another person I have nothing bad to say about, that other people have bad things to say about. I have nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of jealous people in stand up comedy. I remember what's his name has done a couple interviews recently. Joey Kamen, and I don't like what he says about Robin Williams. You know, he's still not over the fact that Robin stole some of his jokes, and it's like, yeah, he did, but he was a fucking genius who absorbed information better than a lot of people did. You know, it's just like, get over it, man.
And it's Robin Williams too, and he's everywhere in his brain at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, there are certain people that did material that was really close to mine,
Mm-hmm.
and I would think, well, they're been around a lot longer than I have, and they probably thought of it too. So I'm not going to get pissed about it. They may have thought of it before I did.
Yeah.
That could be old material to them. Because I would think that Robin Williams would be a lot more prolific than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't get pissed if he did something of mine because I would think he already thought of
it. Yeah. I remember he was doing that movie Awakenings.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
And like Penny Marshall told him to break De Niro up because he's, playing catatonic so well, right? And
right.
Robin was like, "Yo, Bobby, you still like black pussy?"
Oh my God.
And De Niro was cracking up.
I enjoy De Niro in comedy so much.
Yeah.
Like Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I don't know, people have seen him in public yelling at his wife, saying, "You blew all the hard-earned money I did making shitty movies." Oh, man. Let's see, Silas worked with Robin Williams. Silas. What movie? What movie?
I don't know. I can't remember what it was. It was a special. I think it was a special, one of the specials.
Interesting.
And he said it was hard because once he was on, and you didn't want to interfere, and they were trying to keep to a schedule because everything's so scheduled out, but they didn't get him. Mm-hmm. Somebody in the crew didn't get him, or somebody in the booth wasn't getting him, and it was hard because you don't want to interrupt him. You don't want to stop and reshoot. You don't want to do pickups.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You just have to go with it. And it was difficult because it took he said it took quite a minute, which is a phrase I'd never heard before or since. But he said it took quite a minute to get this guy in the booth to understand. Just shoot it and shut up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And when they finally got to that point, it was just remarkable. It was like suddenly you're transported to a whole different place, somewhere deep out in nature.
Oh my God.
A miraculous fairyland.
Oh my God.
And he wasn't difficult. He said he wasn't difficult at all.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the current state?
I lost you again. Oh, there you are.
What do you think about the current state of stand-up?
I think it sucks right now. I think it's in a very bad state.
Yeah. I'm glad that more women are doing it, but like with the guys, fucking Joe Rogan, man. I mean, he has really broken the brains of so many male comedians and just like enforcing all these fucking alpha meathead jock assholes to like fucking rule comedy right now as far as male comedy goes.
Yeah, and as far as female comedy goes, it's not funny.
It used to be, but now it's just, oh
It,
my God, I get bored when I see certain comedians now.
yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just not funny. It's just, and you're absolutely right about Joe Rogan and what he's done to the guys. It's just like nobody's really trying.
Mm-hmm.
They're presenting.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're not communicating. They're not reaching out. They're not bearing souls. They're really trying. And they're not trying. They're acting at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell they're acting at it. They're just making a present. Excuse me.
Yep.
They're making a presentation based on a belief system that doesn't belong in stand-up.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't believe that woke belongs in entertainment in general, but these guys are really pushing the bad taste of anti-woke and just, thinking, oh, it's okay to say this and that about, this group and all of that shit, and it's just,
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable is what it is.
It's uncomfortable. It's an attempt at shock comedy, but it's not shocking.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
I was pretty shocking, the last year and a half that I was doing it because I was struggling within myself trying to make sense of the last decade of like everything I had been through, because I
Yeah.
went through a period, Steph, where I hated women because I got exploited by a woman and her name was Stephanie, and I have to say you
Oh,
taught me to learn the names. You taught me to love the name Stephanie again because I
oh
hated
thank
I
God.
hated that name for a long time. Yeah, what happened was I went out with this barfly who had a reputation, and my brother, strangely enough, warned me about her, and I didn't realize it was the same girl, right?
Oh.
And I go on a date with her. I learned everything about her in an hour eating ice cream with her, and she learned nothing about me because it was all about her.
Oh, Jesus.
And after that was over, I was like, whenever I would meet people who went to the same high school as her, I would ask if they knew her, and I would just say, "Hey, I went on a date with her. It sucked, blah blah blah." And then she found out, and she threatened me, and then we made amends, and I thought we made amends because then she put my picture on a revenge porn website that she created called keepahoetrue.com, which doesn't exist anymore. And her and these other girls that I had known, they all like teamed up and they said horrible things about me. And I contemplated suicide when I saw this website, I'll tell you.
Oh, my God.
It was awful. Yeah. And
What a terrible person.
she got banned from the bars like not long after that. Like, I mean, she went literally into obscurity after that. And my brother told me one night when he was drunk years ago that he went just as friends to a concert with her, and then she said to everybody that the two of them had sex and that he was lousy, blah blah blah. Which, by the way, I've met some women who have had sex with my brother and they said it was lousy, coincidentally, but they didn't have sex. So she has a reputation, and I found out she's been homeless the last couple of years. She had a crowdfunding and stuff, and yeah, she exploited me bad. And you know what the eerie thing is? There was a documentary that came out on Netflix that was actually pretty decent. Okay, I shouldn't say that all their documentaries are bad. There's a couple decent ones. But this guy had a revenge porn website in 2010, literally the same time as my story happened. But I didn't know about it until a couple of years ago when I saw this documentary, and I got a lot of PTSD watching this, I'll tell you.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh. There's a special place for people like that.
Where?
There's a special place in hell.
Okay. I was just
And
going to
there
say
is
that.
karma. I totally believe in karma. I have seen it. Years and years and years and years later,
Hmm.
I've seen it.
I was just going to say that. Hell.
And you know what else is interesting?
Uh-huh.
Every guy that was shitty to me,
Hmm.
every single guy that was shitty to me and shitty to other women,
Yeah.
they all have daughters.
I know. Fuck.
So yeah, there's a little karma for you.
Yeah.
How you feeling now, Mr. Fancy Pants? How you thinking about girls now?
Yeah, but you
I
should
just think it's funny.
come see me in Modesto because we got a beautiful house over here now.
Oh, that's so great. I should. Maybe I will.
We got a swimming pool, which is all full of leaves right now, thanks to the winter time. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm having Mike. I love this. I love this aspect of aging. You get to have all these surgeries that you don't want to have
Yeah.
because you need them. Like I'm getting my cataract surgery in January.
Oh, nice. I know some.
I'm so excited.
I know
I'm getting the
somebody.
lenses.
I know somebody who just had that.
Is it fun? I hear it's just a blast.
He liked it, so yeah.
Everybody I know that's had it goes, no, it's great. You like you're in, you anticipate it and it's kind of scary and you think it's ooh, but it's nothing. And then you go, oh wow, look at all the colors.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, but kind of maybe I am, and I'm getting the lenses so I don't have to wear glasses anymore. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we have to go back and do reshoots and pickups for this show I can't talk about in February and or March. But I don't know when.
I've been very lucky. I've had great eyesight for most of my life. I dread the day that I have to have cataracts.
We all get them, man. That's what the doctor said to me. We all get them, man. I was like, dude, right?
Yeah.
Gnarly. Okay. You're young. That's cool.
Yeah. But
oh, God, I wish I could tell you about this show.
I
God
know.
damn it.
I thought that's what you were going to tell me today.
I know. I'm so upset. I was like, but come on.
Yeah.
Be mysterious. Don't tell. You can't tell yet. Nah.
I'll sing you happy birthday like Marilyn Monroe.
Happy birthday to you.
No, I'll do it.
You do it, because I can't do it.
Happy birthday, Miss Stephanie Hodge. Happy birthday to you.
Did they sew the jeans on you? Are you wearing jeans?
Me, no. Pajamas.
What are you wearing?
Pajamas.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this week between Christmas and New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Hanukkah this year, and it will be again in 11 years. The next time we'll have Christmas and Hanukkah at the same time. Which is cool, because you can have a half Hanukkah tree and half Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But this week is Feral Week,
mm-hmm.
in my mind. This is the week where you do nothing but just have fun and be lazy and wear pajamas.
Nice.
But I actually put clothes on today because I'm going to the grocery store. Because I ate all the food. But there wasn't that much. We didn't cook that much. We had pizza for my birthday.
Nice.
Because I get whatever I want on my birthday because I am the queen. I am Queen Elvisita.
We had pizza for Christmas Eve.
See? We're the same.
Yeah.
We had pizza for Christmas Eve. What kind you have?
It was Pizza Guys. They're like artesian style pizza, and they are so fucking good, I'll tell you.
Oh, I've never had Pizza Guys, and everybody says it's the best pizza.
It is. It is.
Oh.
We had sausage. Yeah. We had pepperoni and mushroom on another. Oh, so good.
That sounds really good. My favorite pizza, I know this is terrible, is onions, pepperoni, and black olives.
Ugh, it is
and we
terrible.
had it from Toppers.
Mm-hmm.
That is terrible. I know most people go, ugh. I love that pizza. But we had it from Toppers. And Toppers skimped on the onions. I hate to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But I only eat onions on pizza once a year. And I want onions. And they kind of skimped a little. But see, Silas hates the onions on the pizza.
Mm-hmm. We had
He prefers the sausage rather than over the onions. And I'm starting to think maybe he's right.
we had
Maybe I'm just too old for onions.
we had
So pineapple or no pineapple?
we had Shakey's that night, and
Uh,
it was okay. I didn't think it was the best pizza, but it was okay.
we had leftovers for Christmas night because we couldn't eat the whole pizza.
Really?
We could have, but we had birthday cake. Pizza and birthday cake is a very strange combination that I think that you kind of grow out of when you're about 9 or 10 at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I had it when I had it for my birthday, and then 3 days
Let's
later,
just say it didn't rest well.
I had it for my birthday when I was 23, and then 3 days later, I found out I had to go on a diet. True story.
What'd you say?
I said it's a true story.
Oh my God. Oh man.
I have a couple jokes for you.
Okay.
Okay. You know the difference between tofu and a dildo?
No.
They are meat substitutes.
I should have known that.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
What kind of meat does a priest eat on Friday?
They don't eat meat on Friday. They eat fish, don't they?
Right. It's none.
Ah.
Love that.
I should have known that too. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I freaking love that. Steph, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back on for the 11th time.
Oh, thank you, honey. I love you so much. You know that.
Yes.
And I'm going to send you cards and shit, like, just randomly from now on. I'm going to be better with the communication with my loved ones.
Yes. And, did you get mine?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I haven't been to the mailbox yet.
There's a good chance I may have sent you two without even realizing it, because you told me, oh, yours is coming, and because I didn't get it, and so I may have sent you another one just by accident, but, two is better than one sometimes.
That's true. That's true. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Just do.
I love
Thank
you too.
you.
Okay, you have a great day and be safe out there. And hopefully, the next time we talk, the show will be out and you can talk about it more.
I will. I'm not talking about to anybody until I talk to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.
Well, there you have it. Stephanie Hodge, ain't she a sweetheart? Oh my God, I friggin' love her. Oh my God, she's so funny. Oh wow, we had technical difficulties for about 10 minutes during that conversation. The moment that Ron Howard was brought up, we were disconnected for 10 minutes and we tried to get back on. I had to restart my computer, but hey, we got out of it just fine. This is probably the shortest interview that we've ever done, but nevertheless, it was fantastic. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes.